So I'm setting up to start a song. I haven't worked on one in the recording way in a second. It's been a second. It's always a big thing to start. Like, I put up my lyrics and chords and setting everything up. Have to plug the headphones in and the wire is like stuck under everything. I don't put these things away because I always think, oh, I'm about to work on something, you know. Of course I have the guitar on and I'm trying to do everything with the guitar in front of me. Missing a thick piece to go on here. This song's called Wearing Me Down. It's an older song. I wrote it in Thailand. Oh, I see it. And always liked it. Never recorded it besides like just making a YouTube video of it with me playing acoustic, which of course I would do differently now. I would sing it way less hard. I would sing it even softer. I don't know what I'm going to put under it yet. I just am going to try to lay down the guitar, which is going to take probably 40 days. You know, I learned songs for the recording of the video when I first write the song. And then I let them go. I barely ever replay the songs unless I need to come back to it for a recording. It's not like I'm going out and playing my songs live. I don't know them by heart for the most part. I know like 2 that I could pull out my butt in a situation if I needed to, but I always need the charts. Most people that are playing their live music are repeatedly playing the same songs, so they get better at them. I'm just pumping out the songs. I don't want to keep repeating songs. I just want to write them, make the recording, and then be done.
Benefit of the doubt is waiting, wearing me out. I came around before, but now it's wearing me down.
62.
If you need me to be with you, I will follow you where you lead.
So before I start working today, I have to write my 30-day notice. The person I live with and I are giving our 30-day notice at this apartment, which is really scary, but it's also scary to stay because it's so expensive and there are a lot of issues here. You know, like right now, because I have my own room, I have my morning time that I write for like a while. That's when I'm just working on pieces and stuff. So that morning time is really important to me, but also continuing to create is really important to me, and I can't feasibly do that right now while paying like a buttload of rent at the same time. So I'll probably be doing a mixture of like house sitting, if I can figure out a way to do that sanely, and staying with the person I live with now. He's gonna get a 1-bedroom, so that means like I'll either be in the living room or something, which is not great for me in terms of making stuff. But I can't make sense of paying this much for rent and stuff and continuing to create and then having to get some other job and the stress of that and whatever. After living in Asia, it's like really hard to not live with very low overhead. So anyway, I'm doing that first, and then I'm gonna get back to the song, which I gotta say, I'm surprised at how ragey I get when I can't get a part. Like, I am not a professional guitarist. I use the guitar to write my songs a lot of the time because it's the most easy instrument to move around with, and I always have one. But when you have to record guitar, it's like all those movements between chords, there's squeaks and like tiny little sounds, and when you're performing live, it's not that big of a deal, you know, it passes. But with a recording, trying to get that perfect, especially I like to try to do it in one take because it has a different feeling, and it's just like enraging for me. I try so many times. It's to the point now where I have to just say things like, okay, try 3 more times and then walk away, because I will break something. Like, I have ripped things apart, anything nearby. Like, it really is frustrating for me. I don't remember it ever being that strong before, but maybe because I'm not a practicing guitarist, it's not something I'm doing all the time to like stay very good at. I don't love the guitar in the first place, so it would be hard for me to like sit and work on it. I would love to be playing the piano, but the A piano is not around. So I laid down a guitar part yesterday. I don't know if it's good. I just left it alone once I finished it. I had, here I have to turn off the fridge. I have to move everything into the closet here. There are birds outside making constant noise. Do you hear that one? It's so loud. Yeah, that one. Whoa. And then there's... There are dogs randomly making noise. Nonstop. The house is very old, so the floor creaks when you move. You have to try to sing or play without moving whatsoever. I had like a yoga mat under one foot and not under the other, so then I'm like leaning more on one foot. We have downstairs neighbors, so the house creaks whenever they're doing something. I mean, trying to get a good take at the same time as literally nothing is happening. This is not a soundproofed room. I try to work with what I have, but it really is making it so hard on myself for sure. Expecting myself to do well under all those, all those possible things. Also, like, often I'm working during rush hour, which you can hear, like, people go by in a car. There's like a lot of planes between 4 and 7 p.m. that I hear in the mic. It's like, what are we taking off? It shook the whole house. So today I'm gonna try to see if that guitar part is good and then maybe add the main vocal. But that's how it usually happens. Like, I try to get the full-on finished vocal lead in there early on because then everything's gonna be built around it. I think I'd prefer actually to be playing and singing at the same time, but for that you really need like a 2 mic setup. Otherwise your voice is bleeding into one of the guitar mics or vice versa, and then when you want to adjust things later, like maybe make the guitar louder and the voice softer, it's a little bit harder to do all that. I don't have those skills yet. So the person that I live with works at 3 and they leave the house at like 2:45. So I do all the morning stuff first. I don't do that well with creating while somebody else is in the house. Right when he leaves, I'll handle all the logistical things I need to handle, like writing an email, responding to something, calling the dentist, like all that kind of minutia that I really don't necessarily like doing, but I still have the brain power to do. And then I get to like the music stuff or recording, I setting everything up. I can't be recording loud things after 9:30 or 10 for the downstairs neighbors. So it's like timing everything out for the right times, both for my brain power and also for all the environmental reasons. So like right now I'm making a smoothie because I'm gonna go be recording vocals, and that will take a long time, and I'll get so invested in it that I won't eat enough, and then I'll just get more irritable. So I just make the thing ahead of time so I can just grab it when I'm taking a break or something. You're wearing me down. Benefit of the doubt is waning, wearing me out for one more day. I would go all and give everything, but man, I can't. The guitar is too quiet. Please don't make me re-record the guitar. I can't. I will die. Thing with vocals is that, like, they take really good skills in mixing them. Logic comes with presets like bright vocal, edge vocal, dance vocal, and usually I run into problems with them. They make the mix bad later, or there's something that's too loud and I don't know how to adjust those very minute sort of things. I know people have told me it's not that hard, but anytime I get into it, my brain... So it's all these things that I'm like, well, later I'll have somebody who knows what they're doing mix it, but I always release it before I get to that point, so because I don't want to spend money. Playful and sun-kissed. I'm going to bed. I'm so beat. I did that song so many times. Like, nope, I'm making a video. Thanks for being in it.
I just set up my bed.
I'm so far in it now, I don't even know if the vocals sounded right or anything. But that's the process. So
Yes, I pictured it. Pictured it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
didn't even come out. It's so quiet. It's like
Yes, I pictured it.
So here's the update on this song, Wearing Me Down. I did all the vocals, I did the background vocals, and I did the guitar. And then I got stuck, which happens kind of often. And I usually will send it to musician friends, say, hey, do you hear anything else on this? Just like on a quick listen, do you hear something else being here? Should it just be an acoustic song? You know, a lot of the time that will take some time because people don't have time to just like drop everything and listen to stuff or add stuff. Sometimes musician friends will add a little bit of something and send it and say, does this work? With this song, nothing's really happened yet. I've even met like new people that are producers or randomly tell me they're songwriters, and then I try sending it to them, figuring like, hey, maybe we could have this be an exercise with a new person. But it does kind of get frustrating to not be able to finish something once I've started. But with this one, I think it's going to have to just be, you know, one of those that wait until I either have an inspiration to put something else on it, I decide, you know what, it can just stay how it is, or a friend reaches out and is like, hey, I remembered to do your song, and look, maybe this will work. So this is the process of making songs. Thanks for coming along on the making of so far.
And yes, I pictured it. I saw life where we were picking fruit in orchards and dancing in the kitchen.